Hey everybody, it's FrazierDanger here. Next I got the hurricane going on outside. Category 1 hitting the ground right now, just kind of swooping in, swimps, swimps. Clear water's flooded, everything's going to shit outside, who cares? What I'm concerned about is YouTube. Got a problem, YouTube. YouTube is censoring content via demonetization of material. Now, personally, this doesn't affect me. This has nothing to do with me. I can't monetize my material. I'll probably never be able to monetize my material. I'll probably never get to that point. I'll probably never be popular enough for anybody to give a shit. But if I do, I would like to be able to monetize my material. But clearly, if you've actually watched my stuff, I'm a little bit too offensive to do this. And if you know anything about what's going on right now, you know what I'm talking about. Apparently, YouTube has a bunch of little rules now for advertisement-friendly content. And before, they were not enforcing the advertisement-friendly content rules necessarily. They wouldn't demonetize videos because they didn't, have advertisement-friendly content or whatever, which was really just sort of a guideline, apparently. And advertisers could choose not to advertise their content on those videos. But now YouTube is strictly enforcing these things. So, apparently, if you swear a lot on your videos, it's out. If you make, if you do stuff that might be offensive, you're out. If you don't play their little PC mind game, you are out. And among other things, if you go ahead and you screw yourself over by saying something like sex in your tags, you're out. If you have anything to do with sex or drugs or violence or anything at all, you're out. But now, apparently, it's also part of this whole situation is you can't talk about the news. You can't talk about politics. You can't talk about anything divisive. You can't talk about war. You can't talk about just in general, like, right-left issues. You can't talk about anything. And of course, this is all just a medium of silencing people because there's been a huge alternate media growth on YouTube recently in the last couple of years. I mean, it's been huge. I like to think that it's been since Gamergate that the alternate media has really just kind of just exploded over YouTube. Sargon of Akkad and people like him, Computing Forever and TL Deer and all these other people that are great. They're just great. They say things that nobody else is out there saying. The media is not out there doing it. Fox News isn't going to say shit like this. They don't give a shit about social justice warriors. They're too goddamn busy with their money. And CNN is just about the most fucking biased and corrupt fucking place on the planet, up there with MSNBC and all the... And of course, Fox is just... who cares? The fact is that this was an alternative medium for media news outlets, and now they're shutting that shit down because it's not part of their agenda. The fact is that we are getting screwed out of our media now because these people will not be able to support themselves and make the videos we want and pay attention to these news feeds like they do. All right, the fact is that this is harmful for everybody. This is harmful for anybody who wants to have a creative content situation because at the end of the day, what they're trying to do is create a little PC safe space for the children. Ooh, children are big... Guess what? Children don't pay for shit. Your advertisers are advertising to grown fucking adults. Grown adults have money, children do not. Period. 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 Children do not have money. Show me a child with a fucking $100 to spend on them. A 12-year-old does not have $100 to spend every day. A fucking average hardworking adult might have $100 to spend per week. It's ridiculous. Children do not worry about Geico insurance. All right? And this is the thing. YouTube is fucking themselves here because already there is another media outlet going on. We've got Mind.com, I think it is. It's Computing Forever has been kind of advertising it. I joined there for a second. I'm just seeing what's up. I don't know what I'm going to do. I'm probably not going to leave YouTube unless I see an alternative that has a good format. I do not like the current format on Mind.com. It doesn't appeal to me, and I guess that's just because these things are put through so much rigmarole. But then again, sites change their format all the time and screw people over. I mean, Amazon.com is a great example of that. Sites just changing their format randomly, and you're like, what the fuck am I doing here? I don't like this format. Or Yahoo, or any number one of these sites. But I think it's important that we all just kind of come together, especially other YouTubers who watch my channel. If you guys watch my channel, I really appreciate it. It's because, you guys are watching your channel. It's selfish. It's selfish because you guys want me to check your stuff out too. And I want to check your stuff out. I want to see other people doing. I want everybody to succeed. At least to have fun in trying to succeed, which is, competition is most of the fun for me, and really there is no competition naturally, but if you're just out there having fun, you're doing good, you're doing what you're doing, and and shit, if it turns out to be a big waste of time, well, guess what? Life's a big waste of time for the most part. Every so often somebody makes a big contribution and suddenly we're in space, and maybe fucking 60 years from now we'll be in fucking the moon and all this other crap, but each individual life, generally speaking, is just a huge waste of time, and the best part about it is you just try to have fun. So, do what you're going to do. But we are getting screwed by the place that we helped make. No, I didn't help make YouTube at what it is, and I probably wouldn't even give a shit about it right now if there weren't already people who are doing what I do, except doing it better. But I do care about it. I do care, and I want to... You know what? I'm a viewer. I made YouTube what it was. You made YouTube. We should not be having to sit through this shit and watching our favorite content creators get shut down by a website that is basically trying to take Orwellian control over the monetization efforts of these little sites. I mean, let the advertisers decide who they're going to go through and monetize. Period. The end. Most advertisers are totally without scruple. They will advertise in front of anything. If it says rape, drugs, rock and roll, how to, it'll probably still get monetized by a freckless, speckless, whatever, I don't know the word, the something or other advertiser who doesn't give a shit. That's just a fact. So anyway, guys, thanks for listening to me rant for about 6.5, maybe 7 minutes now about this. I'm not sure what the hell the point of what I would just get that is, but if you haven't heard about this, listen to me. Go check this shit out. It is getting rough out there. And you know what, guys? Play with strangers. Woo! See you next time.